Hello friends, you are on the channel KineMaster, where I will tell you about the planes of the future. Well, for starters, subscribe if the cat winked. Modern aircraft is a very reliable and efficient means of transportation. However, they are not without many shortcomings, so aircraft designers are constantly working to create new, more advanced aircraft. So what will the aircraft of the future be like today? We will talk about the most interesting models, so watch the video till the end and don't forget to share your impressions in the comments.
Ariane AS-2 is a hypersonic business-class aircraft developed by the American aircraft manufacturer Ariane Corporation. This aircraft has a large body length of about 52 meters, while the wingspan is about 18.6 meters with an aircraft height of 6 and 7 meters depending on the configuration of the aircraft. From 5 to 9 passengers can develop on board, and the aircraft itself is primarily focused on the business air transportation sector. NPP-2 has a speed of more than 1,838 km per hour, that is, Mach 1. Mach is the speed of sound. This is somewhat more. Not long ago, the manufacturer announced that it had begun accepting orders for supersonic aircraft NPP-2. The American company Flexjet placed the first order for NPP-2. The total cost of the contract, for 20 aircraft, is estimated at $2.5–4 billion. Mainly these machines are intended for transatlantic flights, as well as for China flights. Deliveries of the first aircraft will begin in 2023.
Denvau's XTI Aircraft Company has unveiled a working concept, the world's first hybrid aircraft and helicopter, the Typhoon Shishit, embodying images from the future illustrated by numerous films. The design includes 2 gas turbine engines that drive 3. One of the propellers is used only during takeoff and landing. During horizontal flight, it is covered with a sliding cover. The other 2 propellers are used in all modes. The cruising speed of the convertiplan is approximately 640 km per hour, flight 1,900 km. 6. The local aircraft performs from lightweight but high-strength carbon fiber epoxy resin. The appearance and interior trim meets the standards of private premium class flights, combining the advantages of an airplane and a helicopter form. The high-speed VTOL and long range of the Typhoon Shishit makes rapid door-to-door travel possible.
The Canadian airline Bombardier is developing the concept of the supernatural airliner Antipode, which is capable of traveling at a speed of 20,000 km per hour. This aircraft of the future will fly from London to New York in just 20 minutes, and the distance from New York to Sydney will overcome in some 45 minutes. For modern aircraft, such speeds are not available. It is assumed that in Antipode there will be only 10 places to reach over speeds. Rocket boosters installed on the wings. With their help, the aircraft can develop a speed of Mach 5 and rise to a height of 12 km, after which they separate and return to the base, and a hypersonic air-jet engine comes into operation, which will allow the aircraft to accelerate to Mach 24, that is, up to 25,000 km per hour. If you wanted to fly on such an aircraft, then subscribe to aerospace company Thales Alenia Space is developing a project for an unmanned airship Stratorbus that can compete with other aircraft. It is designed to fly in the stratosphere at an altitude of about 20 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Such a high location allows perform a variety of tasks, including monitoring territories and borders, remote planetary sanding, as well as telecommunications. The dimensions of the Stratorbus are from 70 to 100 meters in length and from 20 to 30 meters in diameter. It is made of carbon fiber, and equipped with 2 engines which will be able to operate at an altitude of about 20 kilometers in the lower stratosphere, above air traffic and jet streams. The Stratorbus uses a solar energy concentrator inside the hull, and a reversible fuel cell that guarantees it a solid energy reserve. The perimeter of the hull which ensures a stable position relative to the sun at any time of the year. The Mac Bias Company, using the pretexts of the flying cruise liner ISA, its appearance was an event of objection to the forgotten form of air transport. The Derigalia from its wide windows offer incredible views of the expanses stretching below it. While the Derigalia is created not only as a means movement, and as a place for relaxation and communication, everything, the internal space is subordinated to the fact that people would meet each other as often as possible, get to know each other, and make new connections. So ISA represents a social cruise liner created for traveling people who are not ready close in your cabin for the duration of the flight. MacBias is well aware that the main task of the Derigalia is to transport people by air with more maximum comfort. NASA is developing a new supersonic passenger airliner. The contract for its production was received by Lockheed Martin, which will develop a quiet X-plane aircraft. The new aircraft will use QSST supersonic noise reduction technology, which will provide reduction noise intensity to the level of soft pulsation similar to a supersonic heart beating together with deafening acoustic shocks emitted by existing supersonic aircraft. It is assumed that X-plane will be distinguished by narrow and long wings of electric motors built into the body and to use biofuels as power for flight. The development of X-plane is underway as part of the New Aviation Horizons program, which aims to reduce emissions and noise from the development of new aircraft designs. Test flights should begin in 2020. The PACT is a project of a heavy transport aircraft of the next generation. According to the declared certification, the PACT aircraft will be able to fly at speeds up to 2,000 km per hour, have a flight range of up to 7,000 km, lift cargo weighing up to 200 tons into the air. A fleet of such transport aircraft will be able, if necessary, to carry out a quick transfer of an armored fist of 400 super-modern Armata tanks with full ammunition and very related services. The main task of the aircraft will be the transportation of military equipment of various types, including not only Armata tanks, but also self-propelled artillery guns, anti-aircraft missile systems, strategic missile launchers, multiple rocket launchers and anti-tank combat vehicles such as Octopus SD. In addition, they will be able to drop any equipment and soldiers by parachute landing. Troops friends on this all subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the continuation or new video.